Hello, welcome to Random Talks and Shoots of Thoughts. I'm Darian.
I'm Amber.
And this is my sister,
Cassandra.
So, how does it feel to move across the street from your parents' house?
I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
Because I have this dude coming over when the fuck he wants to knock on my door 100 different fucking times or ring the doorbell, and it's annoying.
Well, how come you come over and ring the doorbell and knock 100 different times?
I just walk in. I don't ever fucking ring the doorbell. I just walk in. I have a
What's
key.
your catchphrase?
What's my catchphrase?
When you walk in, what do you always fucking say?
I can say this on camera?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Sup, bitches?
Yeah, she always walks in and she's like, "Sup, bitches?" But yeah, so she's moved across the street from our house. Yeah, and she's the one that's the shed that we use for our podcast studio that's currently being worked on. Oh, we got a futon. It's not this one, but we have a futon that we traded my mini fridge for. Shout out to Mason. He's gonna be a guest.
Your mini fridge for a
A futon?
Yeah, a futon.
Yeah, I traded it because we needed a couch for the podcast studio, and he needed a mini fridge, so I traded it.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, saved myself $100. She came up with the idea.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, or he was like, I really need a mini fridge, and I was like, we really need a fucking, like, I was like, it looks small enough to put in the fucking shed.
I haven't seen it yet.
So I was like, well, right now it's split in two, but it's weird.
What do you mean it's split in two?
Like, because it's easier to move. It splits down the middle, so it's a little smaller. But yeah, it's currently in the podcast shed.
Oh, you should have told me. I
Why?
want a mini fridge.
Well, I had it for sale.
Wait, so where does he live? Oh, never mind.
What?
I was going to ask you, so where does he live?
He has a mini fridge too. It's a little smaller than ours. It doesn't come with a freezer. Well, it does, but it's like a little small
Wait, he
section.
has two?
Yeah, but he wanted one that had a freezer with it, like a big freezer. And mine came with a big freezer.
Bro, I want a different fridge too. Fuck. I heard that takes a lot of electricity.
I don't know, bro. I used it in the dorms.
Electricity?
We didn't have to pay for electricity.
Do you ever miss living there?
Dude, I miss living there. We're gonna... hopefully, if our friends are listening it from Las Cruces, you should be a guest on our podcast. But, yeah, we're gonna try to get him a guest on our
What about
podcast.
it you miss?
Everything, dude. Our friends out there, they're like...
Actually friends?
Well, yeah, but like when they would do homework, or when we would do homework, we'd do homework as a group. So it was like, it didn't feel like it was like work, you know. It was just all of us were doing it.
It was like a little study group type of thing, but not exactly like a study group. Like it was just friends hanging out, doing homework together.
Even though we were in different classes and stuff, it was just like the fact that somebody else is going through the same shit we are. Like it made it a lot easier to get that shit done with instead of like feeling like it's work.
That and like we helped each other a lot. Like I remember I was scrambling to get my freaking English paper in, and they were like coming up with big words, and I was like, nice. I got it in just in time.
Yeah. And not only that, but like I don't know, it's being out on your own is a lot better.
In some instances.
You can actually go to parties out there and like here, like you don't have to worry about being shot at or anything. Like you could actually have a good time.
So the only thing you gotta worry about is the police pulling up. That's about it.
Yeah, the police pull up a lot. Or the bonfires out there, like those bonfires are actually pretty fun. Bro, cowboys are fun.
Yeah, they really are. Them Texans get down. Tell them about
Cowboys
that.
get down.
Yeah.
Wait, who does?
Cowboys,
Oh.
they get down a lot.
We call them the Yee Yee Boys.
The Yee boys.
That's not right at all.
What do you mean? They go down, you know.
Oh shit.
No, but they're a lot like fun. I don't know.
They're fun and they're respectful. Because I remember whenever, I don't even know why we met them. Me, Erica, and then I forgot who else. But like they just walked up to us or whatever, and like they would take off their cowboy hats, and they were like nice to meet you, and like shake our hand, and we were like, what the fuck? Like that was, I don't know. I found it weird because I'm not used to that, but
They're a lot better than gangsters or little fucking wannabe thugs at Albuquerque. They're way better. Way better. Like over here, like
man, they know how to party, bro.
everybody wants to be a fucking hard ass or whatever, and they start shooting it up. But over there, like, everybody's just down to chill.
If you don't live, I mean, what the fuck? If you live out of state and you ever plan on going to Albuquerque, don't. Because Albuquerque fucking sucks. It's ghetto as hell. Just to let you guys know.
It is ghetto as hell. I didn't, honestly, from being here, I didn't feel like it was that ghetto, right? Like, it just felt like, I don't know, it was home. I was already used to it. And then you go to Las Cruces, and then you just meet all kinds of cool people. Everybody's actually nice to you. And, like, everybody, for some reason, everybody just had each other's back. And then you come back to Albuquerque, and it's like, what the fuck is this shit, bro? Like, there is, like, out there, there's nothing to do. But you still found something to do. Out here, it's just like fucking nothing. Like, there's things to do out here, but then
there's nobody to go out.
There's nobody to go do anything. Everybody's a fucking dickhead out here.
No, for real though. Everybody here is like worthless. Like, nobody has motivation and fucking get up in the morning. Everyone's just out here doing drugs and shit and just wanting to drink. But you know what? When you're in college, there's people out there actually want to go and do things. You know, and I think that's why
with their lives.
Yeah, with their lives. But you just don't see that here in Albuquerque at all.
Nobody. And then the colleges are completely different. The campuses, they're so different. Like, out there, like, they have things to do. Like, there was no like protests or like people going crazy. Or like at our school,
there was only like one instance of that one protest. But what was it, about like religious shit? I don't know.
The guy
that
was preaching.
Yeah.
But
that was like the only time we ever heard about like some shit going on.
But nobody was like fighting over here. So we had this one guest. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but they had to lock the doors, and there were cops there on campus, and people were trying to kick through the wall. There was a hole in the wall they were trying to get through to harm this person for saying what they were saying. I don't know what they were saying, but they were trying to harm them for saying it. But for the guy that was in Las Cruces, like, they were just there yelling back at him. But over here, they were trying to harm this lady, and I was like, what the fuck? They're kicking through the walls and everything. People were getting arrested. I was like, holy shit! They're like damaging property. But no, but out there, like, they would have things to do, like, oh, like, what are your goals and what do you want to do out here? Like, they have a big ass bored and like, oh, what do you want to do with your life, like, or how do you see, like, what's your perspective on life, or how do you make friends and stuff like that. But out here it's just protests, like nothing but protests. But they're protesting about like things that are just like our First Amendment rights, like speech and like just the Second Amendment.
Oh my god.
But like people are always fighting about that. Like out there, like you talk about it, but over here it's just fighting or trying to use their Second Amendment against people who don't deserve it.
Did they really do that?
In Las Cruces or here?
No, here that they just protest and just like...
Dude, there's been... Last semester there was probably like over 50 protests every day. Different protests. About like the dumbest shit too.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
How's it on CNN?
I mean, I don't know. I just go to class, do my shit, that's it.
I used to go to CNN. I liked it. It was pretty cool. I only did it for like 8 months, and then COVID hit and just went down here from there. Didn't even show up to doing the online courses and shit. Fucking hated it.
I hate it. I'm so glad when we went to college it was not online. Yeah, it was way better in person than it is online.
I think the only in-person class I fucking had was ROTC. Oh my gosh, everything else was online. And like I can't do online for shit, so I ended up just failing that semester. And it was horrible, but I'm doing better.
Online sucks. But I'm so glad that when we went to college that it was like in person. Yeah. I don't know, you wanted yours online though because you were going to do both jobs for
No, well,
work.
That wasn't till like the second semester. The first semester it was fine because I was just working at McDonald's. But no, because I registered like so last minute. They literally didn't have anything but online classes. So I was like, fuck, I gotta take what I can get, I guess. And then second semester, that's when I got my job back at Whataburger. And I was like, I would prefer it be
in person.
No, online. That way it'd be easier to go to both jobs. But even then.
Oh, you're a dickhead. But yeah, no, honestly, you should go back to college. It's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it. Over here, the gyms are way better than it is in Las Cruces, though. That's the only thing I'll give them, is that UNM's gym
It's fire.
is way better than Las Cruces gym. Like, in Las Cruces, like, they need to upgrade everything. Everything's, like, falling apart in there, and it's... There's...
Okay, I wouldn't say. I'd put it
There,
like
there
that.
is everything is falling apart. Like,
It's just like
a lot of the machines kept falling apart.
older.
It's way older, though.
It's older, but it's not like falling apart. You just be so.
No, like towards the end of the year, things were falling apart. Like everything's worn out, everything's falling apart. So I honestly, other than that, NMSU is way better. Like the people are better, campuses are better, the community is better.
And they had like activities for us to do. Like we fucking did Build-A-Bears. Where else are you gonna find fucking Build-A-Bears? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or like the first week of school too, like they had activities where they did like icebreakers. So it's not even like people in your specific major that you're making friends with. It's like all over campus that you're making friends with.
Or people that are living in the dorms.
Hold on, I have a question to ask you guys. And just because I'm curious, because sometimes I think about it a lot. Okay. Because I watch a bunch of TikTok about it. So how do you feel about men and women's rights? Like, because everyone's fucking talking about that shit. How do you feel about it?
What do you mean by our rights? Like, what specifically?
Like, do you believe what Andrew Tate says and shit like that? Or what, like, do you even care about men, like, being more dominant than women? And how do you feel about women, like, towards men and shit?
Okay, so I'll start off with the first question. So, men and women's rights, I believe that we should be on the same level and equal. But we are not the same because we are different beings. But I do believe that women tend to have more rights. But Andrew Tate, so his message, a lot of women can really like take a lot from him. But the way he words it is based towards men. But they're all in benefits for women, yet they don't seem to understand, or they're not willing to listen to them for some reason. Like a lot of people that, I'm not saying like you guys don't, but like they're not willing to like take it. So they'll like, oh, this other person told me that they're a bad person, so they're a bad person, but they're not willing to go out of their way to hear the whole message. Like they're like, oh, there's a small clip, like they don't see the whole video. And the fact that he's being like the whole, everything's going down, like nobody's willing to listen to him. And and then the third question, I do believe that men should be like dangerous, you know, like not like they're gonna cause harm or anything, but they should be able to do something, right? They should be able to cause damage if they need to. Like if somebody were to walk up to us,
I have never seen cause damage ever.
No, yeah, I know, but I'm capable of it, right? Like if somebody was gonna come up to me or come up to her and disrespect us, like I'm not gonna take it. Like I'm gonna stand up, but I'm not gonna just go out of my way and start causing shit to happen. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Okay.
So like I'm gonna stand up for the people I want in my life, people that I trust and trust me. So I believe that you should be capable of it, but you shouldn't do it purposely. It's like it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
That was deep.
I know.
I heard that from Joe Rogan. I don't know if it's him, but I heard it from him.
I was like, damn, okay. No, but honestly, no, yeah, I'm like kind of on the same page. But at times too, like, I don't know, like, cause I know you had mentioned you were like, that you would like stand up for the people that you care about or whatever. But there was also times where like shit was being said to me and you weren't doing anything about it because you thought it was a joke. Or whatever.
And then I did say stuff about it. I pulled him aside and I told him.
Yeah, but like...
And then he stopped because you never heard him say anything about it afterwards.
But like my thing is like it took a while until like you finally started saying something. But I don't know. But
Well, okay, let's say it like this. So it was a joke, right? A lot of people, well, to you it wasn't a joke, but it was said as a joke, and it was in the concept of being a joke. Like, it's funny, you know? Like, a lot of racist jokes to them Like, if you don't take it correctly, like, then it's not a joke to the person who's receiving it. Like, you can say, like, a racist joke, but if the other person doesn't accept it, then it's no longer a joke. But in the concept of it being a joke, it's funny. But the person who, like, there's people who would, like, if they were to make a Mexican joke about me, yeah, I would think it's funny. But then there could be another Mexican person who wouldn't think it's funny, and then they take it to offense. No matter what, it was in the concept of a joke. So either you can take it or you don't. But then when you weren't taking it as a joke, I was like, okay, you said something like, oh, well, it's not funny to me. So I pulled them aside. I told them, don't fucking say that joke anymore. Don't say any jokes like that, because then they're taking it as disrespect, and I'm not going to take that shit. So I'm going to need you to stop. And then they stopped. But at the time, to me, I was like, okay, this is a joke. You didn't say anything. I was like, okay, so they think it's a joke. And so I was like, okay, since everybody thinks it's a joke, it's a joke. And then you said, it's not a joke. Like, I'm not taking it as a joke. It's not fair to me. It's not funny to me. So, okay, I pulled him aside and I told him not to say that joke. And any joke that you weren't uncomfortable with, I told him to stop saying it. And he no longer said them as a joke. Or he never made any jokes like that anymore.
Well, now, yeah.
Yeah, because I pulled him aside and I told him, I was like, you need to cut that shit out. Because I'm not going to put up with that shit. And then they stopped. It's respect. It was out of respect. I wanted you to be respected because you didn't feel like you were being respected. So I went out of my way and told them, I was like, you can't be doing this shit anymore. Like, they're taking it as disrespect. And if you're disrespecting them, you're disrespecting me. And if you're truly my brother, then you're not going to do that. And then they stopped.
And now look at the shit he's fucking doing. Can't even show up to his own fucking podcast.
But I was trying to make it anonymous. And
I know. I'm sorry. But, no, yeah. No, I'm kind of on the same page with where Dario was at with the whole conversation. Also, more so just because, like, I've had a lot of, like, dominant males in my life. Like, I know, like, they're supposed to be respected or whatever, but that's just because, like, that's how I was raised. Like, I had a lot of male dominant figures, and I was just like, oh, like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, like, you get married, the husband goes and does whatever the fuck, like, works, whatever, and then the female stays at home, cooks, cleans, whatever, takes care of the kids. Like, but that's just how I see it. That's how I grew up. Like, I know nowadays it's, like, different, where it's like, well, women could go out and fucking do that shit too. Yeah, we could, for sure. But no, that's just how I grew up thinking about that.
Yeah, but what do you think about, like the whole toxic masculinity thing? Like, do you think it's real? Because personally, I believe that they're always saying that everything's like toxic masculinity, like standing up for somebody, that's toxic masculinity. Having an opinion that nobody else agrees is toxic masculinity, or like
See, and the thing about that is, like, I could flip that shit and be like, well, what about toxic femininity? Like, you can say, yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, what if a female stands up for fucking somebody or whatever the fuck? Is that toxic? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it easily could be fucking switched over to the opposite gender. And that goes for, like, like almost anything. That it could just be switched over. So why are people talking more about, like, toxic masculinity and not about both? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then, I don't know. Personally, I believe that men should be strong. And the fact that you don't, like, toxic masculinity, like, there's some things that guys do that are bad, but it's not a masculine trait. Like, there's just some people that are just bad, just like there's some women that are bad. Like, feminists can be bad too. Like, I believe that a man should be strong and, like, being able to work and, like, do things, and, like, it's not toxic. Like, being a man isn't toxic. It's just providing for the people you care about, taking care of the people you care about, and willing to do anything it takes to be what you gotta be, you know. But I don't know. What do you think about the whole Andrew Tate and feminist versus masculine movement?
Okay. So how I feel about it is, well, I am gay. In case y'all didn't know that, I'm a girl. Gay. So it's kind of different because I am a girl, but people would treat me as if I'm a guy. So I see both worlds of it. Because I feel I'm still a girl and I haven't got nothing done like that or anything like that to have my testosterone and shit like that. But I see like both sides of it. And how I really feel about it is that y'all need to chill the fuck out about it. Okay? Because the real reason why is because everybody acts differently. Okay? Like some women, they grow up like as if they're a man. Not like me, but like yeah, like the tomboy, they're very dominant. Dominant than most men. Okay? And in some cases, that's a good thing. But anything that's like, and how people say like men have every right to cheat if they, like, because people say that men have the right to cheat if they are supporting, like, girls, you know? And the thing that bothers me about that is because if you're going to cheat or like if you're going to say, I have a right, at least be honest about it. Because there's some people out there that are okay with like what you're doing and going to sleep with. But if you're honest about what you're doing and you're hiding it, like some girls are okay with you doing whatever the fuck you want. Or like sleeping with other people and you're like supporting her and shit. But other people aren't. And people just need to be honest about it. Like, just be honest. Like, the reason why people are having an issue with it is because you're not being honest about it. And if more people were honest about the world, then the world would be 100% better. And that's the only thing I feel about it. Is that people just need to be honest. If you don't like the person the way they're acting, then just break up with them. Like, people are all different. You might find your one, and don't say all men are the same and all women are the same, because nobody isn't. And that's how I feel about it. So just be honest, you guys. And be honest about how you feel, about what you want. Don't be desperate and just date someone just to date them. And say that they're toxic. Because some women might actually like how the fuck the man acts or how the woman acts. Okay? So just find the one. Don't say all men or women are toxic or anything fuck like that. Because that's not true. You just have to find the right one. That's it.
Bro,
in other words, stay toxic, kings.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my gosh, you're fucking horrible. Do you want to run that by me? I'm just kidding.
Who used to say that? Oh, we can't say his name.
I don't even. Oh yeah. Oh shit, a friend from college.
One of our friends from college used to always say, like, once he broke up with his girl, and he was like, "Stay toxic, kings."
Yeah, there you go.
He always said that, like, he'd do some sketchy ass shit, but
that
stay
would
toxic,
just be
kings.
like, yeah, stay toxic, and I'm like, what the fuck? But also, like, nowadays, like, you can literally say fucking anything. You'd be like, oh my gosh, I love this fucking bed sheet. It's like so white, and you'd be like, the fuck's wrong with the black like bed sheet or whatever? Yeah. Like, people are so fucking sensitive nowadays, and I'm just like, what happened to the days where like we were literally able to like
go to war?
No, not fucking go to war, but like actually look at the pros and cons of each like side of the conversation, and like actually be able to have a conversation and not be like, you know what, you said you like white instead of black, what the fuck?
You're racist.
Yeah, like, you're racist. Like, what the fuck? No. But, like, I don't know. It's crazy. I wish it was, like...
People just need to chill. People just want to feel sympathy and shit like that and have everyone feel bad for them. But, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta grow up and realize some people are just saying it just to fucking... Like, in their own head, they might think something different, but in your world, it's something 100% other different, you know? I don't know if you know what I mean, but
yeah,
I don't know if that makes sense, but in my head it makes sense. So you know what I mean?
I think I understood what you're trying to say.
Exactly what I was trying to explain. It made sense in my head. Yeah.
Alrighty, we're gonna have to wrap it up. Okay, bring this to an end. So closing statements. So joke of the day. What's your joke of the day?
I don't remember. But you remember it though.
Alrighty. So, what's the difference between a marriage and a job?
What? What is it? I don't remember.
Alright. The difference between a job and a marriage is after 10 years, a job still sucks.
Oh, shit, yeah, I remember.
Alrighty. We'll start off with you. Closing thoughts.
Shit, fuck. I didn't prepare for this. But no, I'm just kidding. Oh, what's it called? I just became an ambassador for Cloudy. So, if you guys want, like, a better way to like help you sleep at night. I get the little melatonin diffusers. I used to smoke a lot, so I'm just like, you know what, whatever works. But that's the only thing I'm smoking now is the melatonin. So if you guys want to try the little diffusers or the gummies, go ahead and head on to cloudy.com or check out my Instagram and TikTok at babyg_125 and then use my code babyg10 to get 10% off. So.
Okay. Closing thoughts?
I don't have any thoughts, y'all. When I get put in this spot, I don't have any thoughts. So that's my thought.
So nothing?
No. I just have what... Okay.
A message to leave to the people.
Well, what I said earlier, y'all need to chill out. Like, for real. Just live your life, and who gives a fuck what other people say? That's... You know what? You might die tomorrow, and you're fucking out here thinking about what other people say, and just live your life. Do what the fuck you want. At this point, who the fuck cares?
That was a good one. Cassandra 2023. All right, my closing thoughts would be, you know what, I'm just gonna say the same quote that I said earlier. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Thank you.
I give him so much shit because he looks so intimidating when he's just pointing, and I'm like, Jesus.
Ew.
Be a warrior.
He'll like get up in the camera's face. He's like, you can fucking do this, and I'm like, oh my god.
Bro, I think we cuss so much in this podcast.
I know there's probably a lot.
Is that allowed?
I don't know. I cuss.
Well,
you know what?
I
It's
think
just a one take through. You say everything you gotta say. It's all out on the table, and that's what I like about is this podcast is that we just say it one take.
Wait, is it the second?
First Amendment.
Oh,
First Amendment right.
But I think on Apple Podcasts, because I checked it out too, I think it says like explicit content.
Yeah,
on
all
it,
of them.
so-
I always put explicit on there so they
you
know it's
do?
explicit. Yes. Alrighty. Peace on 3. 1, 2, 3. Peace.